Hello again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come sit with me again for this week's episode of Soulful Sundays. Today, we're going to talk about starting over. What's the best time to talk about starting over than now? A lot of people choose January as the time to start over. They make promises to themselves, including me. I know a lot of promises I've made to myself. At the beginning of the year, I'm going to start this. This is what I'm going to do. But starting over doesn't necessarily have to be at the beginning of the year. It doesn't. It could mean different things to different people. Before we jump right into it, let's do the usual. Take a deep breath. Wherever you are, breathe in. And out. Starting over is rarely loud. People don't talk about it a lot. It's often quiet. It's uncertain. It's deeply personal. People have had to battle and struggle through picking themselves again, choosing to do things differently, and starting all the way from the beginning. In today's episode, we talk about what it really means to start over. Not as a failure, but as an act of courage. Let's talk about the moments, or let's think about the moments when life asks you to release what once made sense to you, and step into something new without all the answers, with all the fear, with all the uncertainty. Still, you choose to launch. This is a gentle conversation for anyone standing at the edge of change. I'm just going to say the cliche thing that change is constant. I'm sure you've heard that a lot. Just take it as an evolution, and that you would keep evolving there. Do it afraid. Choose to actually start. When life knocks you down, when things are not going as expected, instead of giving up, pick yourself back up and begin again. Start. Learn to trust yourself again. Find strength even in small beginnings. Starting over doesn't mean you have to have it all together and do it big. You can begin with a little. If you are in that season of rebuilding, redefining, or simply trying again, then this is for you. I asked a few people to speak about what starting over means to them. I'll leave you to listen to them for a bit. I'm sure your story isn't one of those. And even if it's not, even if nobody said something that was personal to you, even your own story is a way of starting over. Pick yourself up. Listen to this for a bit.
Starting over. I have different perspectives to how I view starting over. And firstly, I would say that starting over has to do with resilience. the strength to wake up and decide to start from scratch, irrespective of what life has thrown at me, irrespective of the detours, the disappointment, or a loss, irrespective of anything that has happened. The strength to push and start all over again. It's not pretending that the past did not happen. It is facing head on what has happened and deciding to move on. Yes, that's the word. It's about acknowledging what has happened, learning from it, and choosing to move forward. To me, starting over means also second chances, an opportunity to do things differently, an opportunity to live differently, an opportunity to be a better version of myself. That's what starting over means. Starting over seems to me uncomfortable. It requires letting go of what I know is familiar and moving on to what is seemingly unfamiliar. It's stepping out of my comfort zone into uncertainty. For me, starting over also has to do with transitioning into being a better version. At a point in my life where I am looking to switch career path and leaving what I have known to be familiar for the past 16 years. Is it scary? Yes. Am I willing to push through? Yes. Has it been easy? No. It's been very uncomfortable. The experience has been humbling. But I know that it will be rewarding at the end of the day. For me, starting over is fulfilling purpose. Starting over is alignment. Starting over is fulfillment. Starting over is not failure, is not being stuck in one place. Starting over is progress in all ramifications. Having the courage to move on. Starting over means that there are better things and better days ahead.
Hi. I used to think that starting over meant failure. Like I didn't get my last season right. I didn't get things right. But no, I've come to realize that starting over means a lot of things to me. Starting over means courage to me. It means courage to accept that, I did it wrong in the last season and that I'm learning, or I'm ready to learn again. I'm ready to give myself another chance. Starting over means letting go of my past, of whatever it is that, happened in the last season, or whatever it is that happened in the past, letting go of all the guilt that eats me up, letting go of, of all the failures, letting go of all the hurts, and starting afresh on a clean slate. Starting over also means giving myself, the willpower to try something new, to try, another season of my life, and guess what? I'm not starting afresh. I'm coming with not more knowledge. I'm coming with lessons that I learned from the previous season. I'm coming with, a better way of doing things. And then most importantly, starting over means trusting completely in God. For me, my faith is something that I hold so dear to me. It's just knowing that God is in every season of my life. So starting over means that I put my life, I put everything that I own, everything that I have, in God, and trusting Him, even when it seems shaky, even when it seems like I don't know what the next day is going to look like, but it's trusting in God that He, He's the author and finisher of my faith, and that He who knows tomorrow has got me. So trusting, starting over means obedience over fear, obedience even when I'm doing it with trembling hands. Those are all the things that starting over means for me. Thank you.
Well, starting over to me isn't a dramatic reset button or me trying to erase the past. That's not what starting over is. Starting over can mean me accepting to start again, even when it's uncomfortable. Starting over can mean me choosing to say, I'm done with coffee, I'm just going to be drinking water. Starting over can mean me packing my bags and moving to a different country. Starting over, it's never easy. I remember when I had to start all over. I had to move from Nigeria to a different country where my husband was. It was difficult, really, really difficult. I'm not even going to lie. It was really, really difficult for me because I thought about so many things. In fact, there were so many things going on in my head even before I left to go join my husband. I thought about what will it be like, leaving Nigeria to a different country where I know nothing about their culture, their food, language barrier. Will I be lonely even though my husband will be there? What happens to my social life? What happens to, my friends, my family, my job? Where do I start from? Would that mean me going back to school? Would that mean me, staying at home for some time? There was nothing that I didn't think about. I thought about the food. And for somebody like me that really, really loved traditional food, I thought about that. I even thought about what would the church community be over there? Will it be something very close to what I have, in Nigeria? I thought about everything. It was really, really tough for me. But you know what? I got to the point where I had to make that decision. I had to not just think about the challenges. I started thinking about, the positives. Surely there has to be something good about, starting all over. There has to be something good about, me moving from the country, my country of birth, to a different country. So I had to accept that, okay, this is what my life is going to be, going forward. And it has to work. I have to make it work. I started praying more about it because there was no running away from it. I started praying about it. I started praying into it, and I started trusting God, and I started accepting the need to start over. When I accepted it, there was peace. And I believe there was peace because I know God was going to go ahead of me. God was going to be with me. God was going to stay with me. God was going to help me, every step of the way. And yeah, it wasn't easy. It was difficult for me to come to the point where I accepted it. Did it come with challenges? Yes. Did it come with blessings? Massive blessings. Massive blessings. I'm not going to sit here and just talk about, the challenges. It came with massive blessings that I'm still grateful to God for, and will always be grateful to God for. I'm also grateful to God, for my good man. To be honest, he has been supportive, and he's still very supportive. And that's also important, for someone who is moving to meet a a spouse, it's very important that, your spouse can see and feel that, he or she is supported, especially taking that step, to move country and start all over again. Yeah. So it wasn't simple. It was difficult. It was challenging even after I moved. It's still very difficult accepting even after many years of moving. Yes, you will expect that, oh, okay, yeah, she's finally settled. She's accepted it and all of that. Yes, I've accepted it. Yes, I am here now. But it doesn't erase, everything that I felt at the time and everything that I'm still feeling. But yes, starting over is never easy, but it can be beautiful. And it can come with growth, it can come with increase, it can come with massive blessings. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, there. You've heard from a few people. I've had to speak to different people at different points, and they've spoken about what starting over means to them. I've had different times in my life where I had to pick myself back up, where I had to redefine what I was doing. Even most recently, where I chose a different career path and started again, going back to school, doing things differently. And it hasn't been easy, but I'm choosing to stay focused and complete it. I'm choosing to do it afraid. I'm choosing to learn from it, because I'm choosing myself, actually. I would encourage you to pick yourself up and get right into it. God helping you. Until next time, I'll say breathe, be, and belong. Ciao.